What's up guys, today we are going to be taking a look at the Spyderco Delica 4. This is the full flat grind model in the VG10 blade steel with those ultra cool FRN handles, the ultra grippy texturized, which I really like. I like it a lot actually. Now the Delica is a knife that many people are familiar with. If you're into Spyderco knives or just EDC knives in general, you ask any knife person, they're going to put the Delica up there with some of the top EDC blades of all time. And there's a lot of reasons for that. One of them is the price point. You know, for this little ultra cool blade, you can have it for around $50. And they've got tons of cool colorations. The VG10 steel is pretty good by most standards, and it's just a great little lightweight pocket knife. So I wanted to give everyone just my thoughts and opinion on the knife and kind of give you my take on it. Let me start off by giving you the weight. Throw the scale up here, zero it out. Alright, so the Delica is looking at about 2.3 ounces, which it's really lightweight, extremely lightweight and great for EDC. You know, it's really not a delicate knife. Delica is it's an awesome EDC blade. It's just, for the size, it's packing a really big punch. These colorations add such a cool factor to the knife. My favorite is the blue with the black pocket clip and just the satin blade, plain edge. Just an ultra cool EDC knife. Now, Spyderco, to me, they always come with hair shaving sharp edges. It's a really fine edge, really great edge, which this one is also. I've never had a problem with a Spyderco knife sending out an edge that was not just supreme and superior. They've always been super scary sharp. You know, it just grabs right on my thumbnail, no problem. So it is extremely sharp. Now the Delica, I wanted to give you guys kind of a size reference if anyone has never had one. So we'll do a measurement. Let's see, it's about 7¼ inches overall, maybe 7, a little over 7. If you look at the actual blade length, we're looking at the edge is about 2.75. The total blade length is about 3 inches, maybe a little bit over. So it kind of gives you a size reference, but in hand it has a really positive grip. You can see that the bottom portion of the blade comes all the way, of the handle, comes all the way down to the bottom of my hand when I'm gripping it. So your hand really locks into place, and the jimping on the back of the blade here, as well as the handle, is a really good. It's really grippy, catches your finger really well. So your hand's not going to go sliding up onto the blade, and it gives you a nice grip on it. You could also choke up on the blade like that with your top finger onto the spine of the blade. You know, there is a little bit of a choil on the bottom, but it's not really meant for that, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. But I suppose if you had to and you were doing up close cut tasks that weren't too much, that weren't too hard, you could do that. But there's no jimping right here, so I wouldn't recommend it. Now, I was talking about the texturization of this handle. I find it to be extremely grippy. Now, some people have said otherwise, that they don't like it. They prefer G10 or just another design, but I really like these Delicas and Enduras with this gripping pattern that kind of on the bottom of the handle it angles this way, and on the other side of the handle, the top, it angles that way. Might be hard to explain, but if you look at it, you'll know what I mean. It's just grippy on both sides. All over the knife, there's just tons and tons of grip. Really locks into your hand, just really positively. So that's why it's one of my favorite knives. I've had many Delicas in the past, and they're just great knives. One of my favorite things about this knife is the overall just thinness of the handle and the blade. Yeah, sure, it's lightweight, but you can have a lightweight knife and it'll still be really wide and feel really big in your pocket. But the Delicas and the Enduras are just great in that they're very thin and really just disappear in the pocket. Now I found the pocket clip to be extremely sturdy on all of these knives. On my Endura that I've carried before, on the Delica, it's the same pocket clip design, and I found them to be really sturdy. When you clip your clothes in under it, or whatever you're going to clip the knife into, there's like a little Spyderco logo underneath the pocket clip, so it's not completely texturized under the clip, so it does slide on really easily, doesn't catch on the clothes too much. And I think it's just one of the better pocket clip designs. You can see it's completely even. This portion, the bottom portion of the pocket clip, is even with this portion, so you're not going to catch on things as you're walking by, let's say cars or walls. You're not going to bump into things where it catches that clip too easily. There are some designs where that portion of the clip will stick out more and can cause some issues for you bumping into things, which could either damage your pocket clip or someone else's personal property. So that's not a good idea. But it does come with really big lanyard hole. If you wanted to throw the pocket clip off and put a lanyard on there, you definitely could. I personally don't do that with my blades, but I can see someone that might want to do that. And the pocket clip is a quad mount, so you can mount it tip up, tip down, right or left, which is really cool. I find that the way it comes from the factory, just like this, is what I prefer. I'm right-handed, and that's how I like to carry my knives, with the clip on that side, tip up. But some people are different. But I find as I pull it out of my pocket, it's really easy, because it's angled like this. As I pull it out of my pocket, it's really easy just to deploy just like that, really fast and real comfortable for me. But I can see how some other people have some different preferences. Now, as far as the blade, I said it's a full flat grind, which is really useful for slicing. What I use it for mostly when I carry the Delica or this type of blade is for cutting boxes at work. I cut a lot of boxes on a day-to-day basis, and it's really easy just to slice it right open. The blade just glides right through the cardboard. And also for food prep, if you're cutting fruit, other things like that, it's just a great slicer. You can see the angle of the edge on a flat surface when you're holding it, getting ready to cut. You're gonna basically be cutting with this portion of the edge, like from here forward for the most part, if you're working on a flat edge. But if it's off of the table or your cutting surface, I'd say about an inch and a half, then you're going to be able to cut with the whole surface of the blade if you're cutting or slicing, let's say, food prep. So it would need to be elevated off of the table a little bit. But overall, I think this is just a great value EDC knife. It is a little bit on the pricey side to someone that maybe has never paid $50 for a knife. But I think it's worth it for what you're getting. The Delica is just a real classic EDC knife. Again, if you talk to any knife expert, any knife person, and you say, hey, I've got $50, I want to buy just the best EDC blade I can, I bet you half of the time they're going to recommend something like the Delica. So anyways, that was just kind of my thoughts and opinion on the Spyderco Delica. Really love that knife, and I'm sure a lot of you do too. So anyways, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll see you later. Peace.